What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with a fired up Will Leahey. What's happening, Will? Look at that, flames from his eyes.
That's right, Ninja. Really fired up this morning. I'm fired up because my favorite pitcher, my favorite active pitcher, Chris Sale, had another spectacular game. Well, maybe not spectacular, but he had 10 Ks, and it looks pretty clear now that he's going to win the NL Cy Young Award, and I'm absolutely psyched about that. Ninja, the Condor is now leading the MLB in Ks, among other things. I know you love Sale. You like the Braves. Tell me about what fired you up from Chris Sale's start yesterday.
Well, I mean, don't just give him the major league lead in strikeouts right now, because he's also tied for the MLB lead in wins, and he's second in ERA. He's actually first in all of the pitching Triple Crown categories in the National League right now, and he's sure front runner for the Cy Young Award. Yesterday, he had 10 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Braves beat the Angels 11-3. He had these absolutely angry fastballs and this changeup that got the jump back here. He also had this wicked backdoor slider, but my favorite pitch of his from the game yesterday was right after this wild pitch that lets in a run. Like, you see him here, you know Chris Sale is pissed off. He hates giving up runs. What does he do? He angrily throws this 99-mile-an-hour heater to get the K, his fastest pitch of the year, just because he was pissed off. I love pissed off Chris Sale. Usually I say he has resting pitch face. This was active pitch face here. Just absolutely, you would not like Chris Sale when he was angry. Kind of like the Incredible Hulk.
Kind of. Piss Chris is not something you want to face in the batter's box, Ninja.
No, definitely not. You might piss yourself. He outdueled Griffin Canning, who had 3 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 7 runs and had these sliders. Now to the rest of my whip around the league. Bailey Falter had 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. The Pirates sailed past the Mariners 7-2. He had these sliders, including this painted slider. He faced Luis Castillo, who had 6 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had this slider, changeup, and fastball, and of course, the patented La Piedra fist bump. Kadir Montero had 5 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. The Tigers mauled the Yankees 4-0. He had this painted fastball, knuckle curve, and changeup. He faced Carlos Rodon, who had 5 Ks in 3 1/3 innings, but gave up 4 earned runs. He had his fastball at the knees, this elevated fastball, and let out a smile because this was after a 13-pitch at-bat against Javi Baez. Like, imagine Javi Baez fouling your pitches off forever and having a really good at-bat. That's what happened here. He also had this slider. The Cubs down the Blue Jays 3-2. Justin Steele had 3 Ks in 2 scoreless innings. His outing got cut short due to the rain. He had this slider and dirty fastball. He faced Chris Bassett, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this elevated cutter, this slider for a sort, and this sweeper. Jeffrey Springs had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run as the Rays stung the D-backs 6-1. It is painted fastball and these changeups. He faced Zach Gallen, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs and had these knuckle curves. The Cardinals flew past the Dodgers 5-2. Andre Palante had 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this fastball and curveball. He faced Bobby Miller, who had only 1 K in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits and had this changeup. Dylan Cease had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Padres climbed the Rockies 8-3. He had these sliders. Faced Kyle Freeland, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, had these knuckle curves, and picked up a sword. The Australian beach babe, Tanner Bybee, had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He had these sliders and changeups, but the Brewers topped the Guardians 2-1. He faced Freddie Peralta, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and had this fastball and changeup. Hunter Brown had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run as the Astros dominated those pesky White Sox 6-1. He had his elevated cutter, his changeup, knuckle curves, picked up a sword. He faced Chris the Snake Flexen, who had 1 K in 4 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this changeup.
The Twins beat the Rangers 5-2.
Nathan Eovaldi had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. He had this painted fastball, this slider, and splitter. He faced David Festa, who had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this changeup. Osvaldo Bido had 6 Ks and 6 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit as the A's blanked the Giants 2-0. He had this changeup at the knees and his slider. He faced Hayden Birdsong, Mr. Tambourine Man, who had 5 Ks and 4 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run, and this 97-mile-an-hour heater and these curveballs. The Red Sox grounded the Orioles yesterday 5-1. Brian Bayo had 6 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had his painted fastball, this slider, and these wicked changeups. He outdueled Cade Povich, who had 6 Ks and 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these changeups and sweeper. Will, how are you feeling about the Red Sox now?
Bayo looking nice yesterday, Ninja. Bringing that ERA down. Nice needed W. Because I'm noticing, Ninja, the AL Central, there's a lot of pretty solid teams now with the Guardians, Twins, and Royals all above the Red Sox right now in the standings. And it's because they're in the same division with the White Sox. So the other Sox are just screwing me over entirely here,
Beat
Ninja.
up on them. Yeah.
It stinks.
Michael Wacha had 6 scoreless innings with 9 Ks.
Nice.
Giving up only 4 hits as the Royals made the Reds bend the knee 13-1. Had his painted fastball, this Expelliarmus fastball, a whole Waka Flocka flames, and had these nasty changeups. He faced Nick Lodolo, who I'm going to skip because he was not good yesterday. He hasn't been good for a little bit now. The Phillies beat the Nationals 5-1. Crisopher Sanchez had 4 Ks in a complete game, giving up only 2 hits and 1 run. And let's give Crisopher Sanchez that complete game round of applause. He had these changeups and slider. He outdueled Mackenzie Gore, who had 6 Ks and 5 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had this painted fastball and these sliders and picked up a sword. Luis Severino had 8 strikeouts and a 4-hit shutout. Woo! Seve season! Yes, sir! As the Mets blanked the Marlins 4-0, Sevy was up to 99 miles an hour on his 103rd pitch in this game and got this slider to end the game and was absolutely fired up. And fired up Sevy is one of my favorite things in baseball. He outdueled Max Meyer, who had 3 Ks and 4 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had these sliders. Now one of my filthiest relievers, Brian Abreu, had this White Castle special and an extra slider K. Jeremiah Estrada had this chitter. Jared Koenig had this 2-seamer, curveball, and cutter. And Michelle Otanez had this 100-mile-an-hour heater and painted slider. No relation to Shohei Ohtani. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Ryan Helsley for this 93-mile-an-hour slider. At number 4, Crisopher Sanchez and all that filthy stuff in a complete game. At number 3, Sevy's game-ending slider. At number 2, the human glitch, Jimmy Herget, going on a curveball fest here, just dominating everybody with these wicked curveballs with up to 22 inches of break. And at number 1, it's Chris Sale for his pissed-off 99-mile-an-hour heater, his fastest pitch of the year. Never piss Chris Sale off, even if it's Chris Sale pissing himself off after a wild pitch. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's Livy Dunn pretending to be Paul Skeens. And then I matched them both up so you can see their mechanics compared side by side. Livy does have an edge in her K-strut. My picks of the day today, I'm going to go with George Kirby for 6 Ks or more. Then take Clayton Kershaw for 5 Ks or more. Then I'll take Shota Imanaga for 6 Ks or more. Top it off with Tarek Skubal for 7 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?